So people who know me, honestly, I don't even know why I said that, because a lot of people don't know me. And I feel like when I say this, it makes me get closer to my subscribers a little bit. I feel like we are in a family or a community. Well, that aside, people who know me would know that I used to be someone who was very, very shy when it comes to talking to someone one-on-one or even talking to a large number of people. But today, here I am building up a YouTube channel and asking you guys to subscribe and also like the video and leave a comment, because this is the moment I'm going to talk to you guys about how to build your confidence, just like I did mine. I'm a living testimony that confidence is a skill one can develop. So sit behind as I walk you through the 10 proven ways you can transform your self-esteem, starting with self-awareness. Now, self-awareness is the foundation of your confidence. It has to do with the identification of your strengths and your weakness, because it is with this you can build on. Let's say in my case, when I used to be shy, it was the moment for me to identify my weakness, which was about the fact that I wasn't able to form simple sentences in order to express myself. So I had to work on this very quickly. So I had to read a lot of books, watch a lot of movies, and it is with this I was able to perfect my sentences and my expression. And here we are today. I can sit in front of camera and say certain things for you guys to understand perfectly. Then I had to work on my strength, because if I was able to identify my strength, then I can actually build on it and make myself better. So one of my strengths was teaching people. This was something I can really do, because I pick concepts and I understand very quickly and I can tell people all about it. But the problem I had was the fact that I wasn't able to express myself with simple phrases, which I worked on. And so when I was able to work on my weakness, I was then able to build on my strength. So those two things are very crucial when it comes to building your confidence. You should be able to identify your strength and your weakness, build on your strength, and then correct your weakness, and you will be able to start building your confidence from number one. Positive self-talk. Now, I'm lucky to have a friend from Niger, his name Ataya, who always tells me to be positive in situations where things are very, very and I think it works most of the time. Now, before you talk to somebody, before you talk to a large number of people, talk to yourself. Think positively. Think it's going to work. Affirm that, because that is what will change it. That's the game changer. It's the fact of believing in yourself. The fact that you tell yourself that you can make it happen, then that is the first step of believing in yourself. So that is how you build your confidence. So it's all about, I think you've seen this thing on several occasions where people tell themselves, like, I'm going to break a leg. I'm going to the stage and going to make sure that they are going to understand. And at a point in life, I've tried this, and I know that before I started this YouTube video, I told myself, look, this thing I'm going to do, people are going to understand whatever I say. I'm going to break a leg. I'm going to make it happen. That is the first step of building your confidence. And it is very necessary that you build your confidence if you are going to be someone looking ahead of being successful. Like, you can't be successful without being confident. Let's say you are going to ask somebody about a particular business. You need a confidence to get to that person, and you need positive mind. That is how it works. So you have to think positively to make it happen. So today I'm telling you that break a leg out there. Before you go to that meeting, before you talk to a large number of people, before you sit in front of the camera, tell yourself you are going to make it happen, and it's going to happen. And that is a game changer you should always consider when it comes to building your confidence. Accepting failure. I know you've heard this thing from a lot of people on different occasions, in different forms. I mean, you've experienced it yourself. Mistake is part of life, and it's actually an opportunity for you to correct yourself as long as you are alive. So you accept failure. Now, one thing is that you accept mistake, right? But the most important thing is identifying the fact that you have to accept it as failure. I mean, it's not a bad thing if you fail in life. I mean, the number of times I've created YouTube channels. This is my second YouTube channel. The first one died off. I think it's still up in the space, but I had some videos over there. And then I had to accept that, look, what I'm gearing toward to, it's not the right thing. And so I have accepted that I failed in that aspect. Now, I worked upon it, and look at me today. Look at how quality my videos are popping up. And then it's something you have to accept. Look, I know you might have experienced a lot of failures in life. That's one aspect of me, my YouTube video. I wrote an exam recently. I failed, and I've accepted that, look, that is it. And what I'm going to do next is work upon what I didn't do to make me fail. So it's not only about accepting the failure, identifying what made you fail to work on it. And with that, you can build your confidence. Because let me just give you a very simple scenario, right? Let's say you had an exams and you failed, and it's because you didn't write the right thing, and you realize that, look, I failed and I've accepted it. I'm going to work upon it. The next time you are stepping inside the exams room, it's not the same confidence you entered with the last time you went. This is a different you. This is someone who has the confidence, who knows that I'm going to work on my mistake and it's going to work. And so accepting failure is very, very important when it comes to building your confidence. So accept failure today and build on your mistake, because it's an opportunity for you to have the second chance. Set realistic goals. This is what I touched on when I spoke about over planning your day as a student, which is obviously bad. You should check that video out. I'll place it here. Now, they'll always tell us that, look, dream big as the ocean. Yeah? It's okay to dream big as the ocean, but can you achieve it? That is why there is a need for you to set achievable goals. Well, sometimes you would want to, dream big as the ocean, because they say what you dream for is what you get. But trust me, it's not everything you've dreamed for that you have. That's why you might be even watching this video today. But at the end of the day, you can break down your goals into smaller pieces if they are very, very huge as the ocean, as you've planned it to be. Now, let's say, for instance, I'm someone who is learning for an exams, right? And then my goal for the week is to maybe learn 16 past questions. Look, I can choose to learn the 16 past questions on Monday and then have the rest of the week for myself. But when you do it like that, you don't build your confidence. All right, you might have the time, but what would you use it for? That is why you break it into smaller objectives, so that in the day you'll be like, okay, fine, I'm going to answer, let's say, 4 questions in a day, and there you go. You can answer that 4 questions because they are realistic. It's something achievable, not something so huge, something that you've just pasted on your wall in your calendar thinking that you're going to achieve it. Meanwhile, it's not realistic. So let's be honest, between you and I, set goals that you can achieve. Don't just dream, as it says that dream as big as the ocean. You can dream like that, but it should be very, very objective. Like, it should be very small, divided, so that anytime you achieve the smaller goal, you feel like, no, I've achieved something. So it builds you up when it comes to being confident. You build yourself up again for the next goal. So that is how it is. So setting up realistic goal is very, very crucial when it comes to building your confidence. So consider that you have to set a realistic goal. Visualization. This is very crucial when it comes to building confidence. I just spoke about dreaming big. Basically, I just said dream, which means imagining, visualizing. Now, it's like picturing yourself in front of a large number of people, maybe at a TED talk or wherever, at a conference, and you are talking to these people. It's a good thing to you. It's something you would love to see. So with that alone, you can build confidence. You can make it happen. It can push you to make it happen. You get it? Well, confidence is a good thing, obviously. It's something that will make you very successful. People want to learn from you, basically. And you have something to offer. You can tell people about how you build your confidence. And this is very important when you want to be successful eventually. So before I even started doing YouTube videos, I visualized myself being on people's mobile phone, people's laptop, talking to them, telling them about, the fact about medicine, medical school, how students can, move successfully through medical school and become very productive and at the end of the day successful. I always envisioned myself being that guy, and here I am today. I made it happen because that is what I wanted, to be. That is what I had wanted to see, and it's happening today. So it's all about that. Having a vision, visualizing what you want to be, it's very crucial when it comes to, building your confidence. So take it from me that it's part of the 10 important ways you can build your confidence. Visualizing whatever you want to be. If you want to be Elon Musk, you want to be Bill Gates, just visualize it, dream it. But also remember, don't dream it as big as the ocean, but with little objectives. Learn and improve. I just spoke about accepting failure. Now, when you accept failure, you learn and you improve upon it. Basically, that's because confidence is just competence. When you know about something, that's where you talk about it, right? Let me tell you guys about this. Before I got to this stage, I used to have a very small camera I shot my videos on. Now, when I go out and my friends tell people I'm a YouTuber, I always find it very intimidating because I had no idea about, the pros and cons, just like today I have today, because I learned and I improved on it. I can tell you guys the right gears to buy when it comes to building a YouTube channel is because I learned it and I improved on it. And so I have the confidence today to sit in front of camera and spit out whatever I want to say because I know I'm telling you guys the right thing. So basically, you have to learn and improve upon it. That's it. That's how you build your confidence. If you have an interest in something, just learn about it and improve on it, and you have the confidence to talk about it. If today you are invited to talk in front of people, you feel like you are not telling them lies because you know what you are talking about. It's just like growing up to become a medical doctor, and you know a certain technique, you know it very well, you have the competency, then you can talk to medical students about it because you know what you are talking about. Basically, that's it. So you have to learn and improve on your knowledge, and it's going to skyrocket your confidence. Ask for support. I know this is something most of you wouldn't do, because you can't just walk to somebody and be like, hey, can you help me build my confidence? The fact that you don't have confidence alone to go to that person shows that you don't have the confidence. That's why you are even here today watching the video. I will always use myself as an example, because definitely it's about how I built my confidence. So look, before I got to this point in life, people criticized me. I spoke to people about my feelings, how I think people will look at me, how I think when I dress and I'm on stage, people will be like, look, he's not well dressed, he's overdressed, he's not well kept, and all those kind of things. These are some of the things that would worry you when it comes to building your self-confidence. You are worried about what people will say. That's why you need to talk to a professional to, put you in that state of mind, to let you know that, look, don't mind what people are telling you. Be you, because that's how. It's about you. It's about building your confidence. So be you. Let it be about you, right? So talk to your friends, because before I started YouTube channel, right, I spoke to friends. Friends will be like, oh, Gabriel, this is very huge. This is something you have to put a lot of money in. So if you are considering doing that, fine, you should go ahead. And that alone build the confidence, because they are kind of one supporting you. Look, I understand when people tell that, look, my friends are not supporting me. I mean, when you are passing on Instagram, just come on, like they don't even comment or whatever. It's because you might not be doing the right thing. Tell them about what you are going through, and they might help you and eventually support you in everything you do. I mean, I spoke to you guys about me having a very small camera, right? Now, this was the point where someone told me that, look, Gabriel, if you really want to upgrade the YouTube, you have to change your camera. And this person still supports me up to date, because he boosted my confidence. At the end of the day, he's supporting me. So it's very important to talk to families and friends, because these are the people you'll be with. Definitely, these are the people I see almost every day, right? I wish I could see everybody who is watching me across their devices, but it might not be possible. These are the people you meet in your life. So talk to them. They are the people who will encourage you to build your confidence. Words of encouragement is very important. Don't listen to what people will say. Let your friends tell you, and then they might encourage you, and then you might build your confidence better than I have right now. Practice self-care. This is something I spoke to you about when I was talking about planning your day as student. Now, I just spoke about the fact that people are worried about how people will see them when they are on stage, how they are dressed and all those stuff. It's very true. You are a human being. That aspect of your life exists where you are worried about what people will say. But I spoke to you about the first step of being confident is self-awareness. You know your strength and you know your weakness. If you think that how you are dressed is something that worries you, change it. That's how you build your confidence, and so that's how people will accept you for. If you accept yourself, people will accept you, and so you are confident. So basically, your physical and mental well-being is very important when it comes to building confidence. So take care of yourself, brush your hair, brush your teeth, dress neatly. I mean, you don't have to overdress. I mean, just appropriate. Know how to dress for an event. Simple as that. Well, I'm not a very good dresser. That's why most of the time you see me wearing t-shirts. But then when it gets to a point where you have to dress for an event, you should make it happen, because that alone will give you confidence. I don't want to give a situation where you approach a lady and tell the lady you like her. This is something that you have to dress properly, because that's what they look out for. And so you see, so the fact that you cannot approach means that you don't have the confidence is because you are not well dressed, and it's because you've not accepted yourself. You are not respecting what I talked about, the self-awareness, which you have to accept that, look, this is not my forte. I should work on it. Someone like me who don't know, the right thing to wear or something, I would have to look at somebody and be like, look, can you help me do this? That is when you have to ask for support. That's how you build your confidence. It's not something that happens overnight, I know, but then it's a gradual process. That's why you also have to have a realistic goal, and then break your objectives down and make it happen gradually, and you'll be happy that it happened. So you have to practice self self-care. It's very important when it comes to build. You can't dress anyhow and be in front of people and be talking about, dressing very neatly or something. That's what they look out for. So it's very, very important to practice self-care when it comes to building confidence. Body language. This was one of the most difficult things for me when I started off building my confidence. Trust me, I wasn't able to, look into the eyes of people. I always, but today I can look into my camera, look into the eye of people, talk to them, and feel very, very confident. I think this is something that happens mostly in Canada, where you have to always talk to the people while looking into their face, because it's a sign of disrespect if you look downwards whilst talking to the person. You have to look into the person's eye. It's very important when it comes to building confidence. So your posture as well, how you volume, whatever you do, people are looking at it. So let it happen. It's how you command. That's how you gain your confidence. Look, when you go on a stage and you are talking for the first time, it's very difficult, like I normally do. Let me tell you guys, before I started being confident, I normally talk to large of people by looking at walls, looking behind them, which is not the best. Look, you have to pick some number of people in the room, maybe your friends or somebody you think that, look, these people are giving you the right energy you need. Look into their eyes once in a while. That is how you build it. And then gradually, you feel like the confidence is coming up. And so you build it. That's how it happens. All right. So look into their eye, gesticulate. You see, that's how you build it. It's like you taking command of the room, just like how kings talk when they, raise their arms and do all those kind of things, is because that's how the confidence is. So if you want to build your confidence, start working on using your hands. It's very, very important. Secondly, look into the eyes of people. Stand like you are commanding. Stand like a soldier. Don't, command the room, let it happen. That's how you build your confidence. So, and it's again a gradual process. Build it gradually, and you are going to get there. Stepping out of your control zone. Well, you have control when it comes to, being in your house. You have control when it comes to being in your bed. But then when you go out in the midst of people, you might not have the control because others will have the control. That is when you have to prove to them that you have confidence. So you have to step out of your control zone. Be the boss everywhere you go. That is how you build your confidence. Don't be intimidated by the number of people you see, how they are dressed or whatever. If there is something you feel like it's hindrance to you, you have to identify it, all right? That is the first step of being confident, right? Self-awareness, identify your weakness and step out of it. And then with that, you can build your confidence. So step out of your control zone and make it happen. It is a game changer. Look at me today. I wasn't able to speak to people, but here I am today speaking to people. So I'm out of my control zone, and look at me. I have cameras around me. I can tell people what to do and what not to do. It's all because I stepped out. This is something I used not to do, if you know me very, very well. And so basically step out of your control zone. Let it all go. So basically you have to face something that makes you feel uncomfortable. If you feel shy talking to a larger number of people, let it happen. But hey, don't make it happen overnight. It's a gradual process. Maybe tomorrow is 5 few people, the next day 10, just like that. And then you realize that you are gaining the confidence. You can talk to a large number of people at a go. So it's very, very important. Now, I've spoken about these 10 proven ways you can build your confidence. Let it happen. And you realize that it is something that is very, very helpful. Well, you have to be able to identify yourself, your weaknesses, your strength. It's called the self-awareness. You have to get out of your control zone. You have to seek support. It's very, very important. You have to, learn and improve. Day in and day out, learn and improve. And then you have to accept failure. Everybody fails in life, but then it's about the fact that you've accepted it and you are going to work and improve on it. You have to visualize, whatever you want to be, just visualize, dream big. But then you should have a realistic goal. You should set an objective, smaller objectives, and make it happen. All right. Confidence is very, very important when you want to be successful, when you want to make money. It's very, very crucial. That is why there's a need to boost your confidence. If you even already have one, or build your confidence. Like I said, I'm a living testimony that confidence is a skill you can develop no matter who you are. And so let it happen. If you really want it, go for it. But you should remember, it is a bumpy road. It's not smooth. And so you should celebrate the little you gain. And then, when you fail, accept that it's all part of life. And if you think this video was helpful, please do well to leave a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Leave a comment in the comment section. You can tell us about how you built your confidence. Some people might take 1 or 2 things from there and they can add up to the 10 proven ways I've just spoken about. This has been it. See you guys in the next one.